Okay, very good morning to all my dear students. This is Amit Pathak. Welcomes you in our new YouTube channel Science with Pathak Sir. So today in this class we are going to discuss the sample paper, which is just you can say a blueprint of the high school CBSE paper of science. And I hope question paper will going to be very beneficial, especially for those students who are preparing for the board examination and those who are going to give the pre-board examination in their respective schools. So here we have some questions like translate the following statement into a balanced chemical equation. Here it is our first question, that question number 21 of the section B. First we will solve the section B portion. So first we need to write the balanced chemical equation. In the statement form it is given that aluminium reacts with copper chloride CuCl3. Aluminium reacts with copper, sorry, ClCl2 to form aluminium chloride, that is AlCl3 plus copper. Why it will be like that? Because aluminium is more reactive than copper, so displacement reaction it will be there. Now what we will do? We will balance the chemical equation. So here you can see that chlorine is 3. So if you multiply this equation by 3 here, so number of chlorine becomes 6, and in order to balance on the right hand side we multiply by 2. Now the chlorine is balanced here, the aluminum is 2, so here also we will multiply with the aluminum by 2. Now copper becomes 3, so here also if we multiply by the 3, now the equation is now balanced. The second portion which is given here, that zinc react with sodium hydroxide. So zinc reacts with NaOH. Sodium hydroxide is what? NaOH. So what it will form? Sodium zincate. What is the formula of sodium zincate? Na2ZnO2. Everyone you should know how to write the chemical equation or chemical formula, otherwise you will not able to write or balance the equation properly. So Na2ZnO2 is sodium zincate, and what it will give? A hydrogen gas it will release. Now we have to balance it. See how many sodiums are here? 2 sodiums are here. So if we multiply this equation by 2, so this sodium 2, here also you can left hand side sodium becomes 2. Now oxygen is 2, oxygen is also 2, 2 hydrogen it is there, 1 zinc, 1 zinc. Now this equation is balanced. Now we will move toward the next portion on question number 22, which is the first portion, is that what is an alloy? So question number 22, the first part is that alloy. So as we discussed in the classroom also, that alloy is an homogeneous mixture of any metal, and in that particular element we are adding any impurities which may be the same metal or any different kinds of metal. So what we can write, that alloy is an you can say homogeneous mixture, homogeneous mixture of two or more metal of the same or different types, or the different types, or you can say are in different form. Now this is the alloy. Actually why we are making an alloy? As compared to the pure metal, alloy is more durable, it is non-corrosive, and it has a more durability, it is more stronger than the pure metal. So there are different kinds of alloy which is available in the market, and we are also using in our daily life, like we can say the steel, the railings you can see on your rooftop. What material we are using for that? Steel we are using. That brass, that bronze, everything is what? Alloy only. So here I am writing the few examples, like if we talk about the steel, so steel is an alloy of iron with carbon. Understood? Now if another example, if we see here, that we can say that now this is the enough. Now second portion is what is the question there? What Write the composition of solder and the properties which make it suitable for welding electrical wires. See, it is talking about the solder, so this is also very important. So since it is talking about solder, so you should write down here, the solder is also a alloy which is made up of by mixing tin with lead. You know what is the symbol for the lead is Pb. So what is the percentage of tin here? We are using 67 percentage with 37 percentage of lead. Now this will becomes a solder. So what is solder? It is a mixture of, you can say that it is a mixture of tin with lead. The mixture of tin and lead we are using to make a solder for the wires. See why we are using this solder only? Because this solder have a high electrical conductivity with a very low melting points. It easily allows the electric current to pass through the joints without breaking the wires. So for this purpose only we are using this solder. So which property make it more suitable for welding the electrical wires? So I am writing here the which property. So property is high conductivity with low melting point, low melting point without breaking. This you can write here. So this is the property of the solder which we are using in the electricals wire for the welding purpose. Now next question is that during electrolytic refining of silver, B part. This is the second one, A part. Now we will discuss the B part, that is electrolytic refining of a silver. So electrolytic refining of silver. So first thing you should know that what is electrolytic refining of silver. So electrolytic refining of silver means we are doing the purification of the silver. Means in this electrolytical process we will pass a electric current in the impure state of silver. You know silver is also, although it is a non-reactive element, but sometimes it is present in the some in the form of a, you can say, ore, like silver nitrate is there. So what we will do? We will do the electrolytic refining for that purpose. Means we will pass an electric current and then we will make a solution or the electrolyte of the silver nitrate. So in this electrolytic refining of silver, once what we are using anode and cathode. What we are using? Anode and cathode. Anode is made up of impure silver, and cathode is made up of the pure silver. What will happen when we will pass the electric current in this? So from the anode the impure silver will settle down, or we can say that impure silver will dissolve into the electrolyte, and from cathode the pure silver will precipitate into the electrolytic solution of the silver nitrate, and from here these silver will start depositing over the particular cathode and electrolytic refining of the silver will be done. But in this case what will happen? Below the anode, what is there? You can find the anode mud. What is there? Anode mud. So anode mud is nothing but a, you can say that a mixture of the sludge or the impurities of the sludge. What is anode mud? Better you write sludge of impurities. A sludge of impurities which is of no use. It will settle down in the form of a anode mud, in the form of a waste product. So but this waste product or this impurities contain basically gold and platinum. Understood? So anode mud is consist of gold and platinum when we are doing the electrolytic refining of the silver. So this is the 22nd question. Now why it is called so anode mud? Because that anode mud is going to deposit below the respective anode. Now we will move toward the next question, that is question number 25. This is a numerical portion. So for this we need to erase this board, then after that we will stop.